Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Ethan again from Axle Advanced, and today I wanted to go over the assembly and installation of our Gen 2 RAC Links. But before we do, a few items that you're gonna need. Number one, you're gonna wanna make sure you have a screwdriver, optional Locktite, and then you're gonna want to retain the gimbals and springs from your current arm setups. All right, so as you can see right off the bat, we already have a set of Peltor stripped down for you. These are facing me in the orientation that they need to go on the helmet. So everything that you're gonna see, just go ahead and mimic the same way I do. First and foremost, like I said in the intro, right here we got our springs and our gimbals that we retain from our amp arms. These are gonna come in a little bit later. First things first, right out of the package, the Gen 2 RAC Links. In this, you're going to receive 2 of these arms, okay? And these are gonna correspond to either side here in a minute, you'll see. You have 1 baggie of studs and screws right here. And then you're gonna have another little baggie of these little aluminum spacers, all right? As well as a little bit of free swag in there for you. Represent. Now, first and foremost, one of the first things I'm gonna mention is that, like I said earlier, the blue Loctite is optional. That's just gonna be user preference. Now, I know that this looks like it is a lot, but I promise you it's not. I am a seasoned crayon eater, and if I can do this, so can any of you. All right, so out of the package, you're gonna have these 2 arms. These correspond to either side, as you're gonna see here in a second. But first things first, we're gonna go ahead and take our stud. You can see it right there. And inside these arms, you can see it's slotted to fit that stud perfectly right there, okay? So what you're gonna do is, when you get that stud in there, you're gonna just kind of hold that down, get one side of the arm on, get the other side started, pop, just like that. So you can see that now that stud is secured in there and it's not gonna go anywhere, okay? Then obviously, like I said earlier, these are gonna correspond to either side. This one right here has got the post for the mic arm, so that's obviously gonna correspond to your ear set with the pins to connect that, okay? So we're gonna do the same thing. Take that stud, line it up with that slot, push it in there, just like that. Then if you feel like it's gonna pop out or fall out, same thing, just kind of hold your finger under there for a second. Get this other one started. Boom, there you go, okay? So first part's done. It should look like that. Moving on from there, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take our little screws here and we're gonna put these little aluminum sleeves on there, all right? So simple as that, you're just gonna push those on right there. Same thing, just slide it over there just like that. I don't know if you can see that or not. There it is. All right, so next, after you put those little sleeves on the screws, you're gonna take your gimbal and your spring that you retained from your arms, right? And this is where your arm's gonna come back into play. So right here, we got one of our arms that's gonna fit right there perfectly in that bowl. And then you're just gonna drop in your gimbal round side down with that spring nested in the top, just like that. Just sits right down in there. Then from there, you're gonna take that screw with the post on it, push it right there in the middle. All right, now I just kind of leave everything resting in there like that, hold everything kind of semi straight up and down. Then this is where you can come in with your screwdriver. It's kind of hard getting it all lined up immediately. It's not too bad though. You just kind of push down and feel around for that stud post. Tightness. Easy as that, all right? And like I said, you can screw this down tighter, make it more rigid, or if you like them to be a little bit more loose, flexible, it's all up to you as far as the tension goes. Just like that. And we'll repeat for the same one. And I didn't mention it in this first one, but this is also the time where if you do want to add a little bit of your Loctite, this is the time that you do it. You can drop some down in this little void right here where the threads are. You can put a drop in there, or you can drop it on the screw itself if you want. That's user's preference. So whatever your preferred way of doing that is, you can apply that there. Then we're going to repeat the process. Gimbal, nest the spring inside, Take your screw with the post, sleeve, screwdriver, thread it in. So from there, that's when you can add your mic arm on there. So there we go. We're all set up there. It pops right on there. Pretty firm, pretty snug. Then you can go ahead and get that all hooked up as well. So there it is, guys. Pretty straightforward, pretty quick. Like I said, it looks like a lot, but it's really not. And you can get up and running and shoot probably in a matter of minutes. So that is the assembly and installation. If you have any questions, go ahead and send them our way. These are, again, our Gen 2 RAC Links. We also do have our P Pluses as well. And then our P Plus line will fit out all the previous generations minus the 4s, if I do remember correctly. So that's the difference between the two. Find the one that's compatible for your comm setup and get them on there. That's it. Thanks, guys.